What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another vlog. I was looking through the videos on my channel and realized that I hadn't done a vlog in a long time. I think like the last time was early December or something like that. But I just want to kind of catch you guys up and kind of start this whole thing again now that I have my GoPro and it's nice and like securely mounted on the dashboard. It's going to make things a lot easier in terms of filming vlogs. And I have a few things that, I wanted to fill you guys in on that I'm pretty excited about. The first of which being there's no more rubbing. I fixed the rubbing issue with my car. It's so awesome now. I'm so excited that I don't have to worry about scraping if I have friends in the back seat or taking a turn too hard. And I'm just so excited to finally get that issue fixed because it was starting to really get annoying. Now, for those of you who are wondering what I did to fix this rubbing issue, or let me just start by saying what was wrong in the first place. Basically, I got these new wheels, the Avant-Gardes, and they are wider and also larger in diameter than the wheels that come stock on this car. I have 19-inch wheels. The car came stock with 18s, and then I'm running 275 tires in the back now when I think it was like 255 or 265 before. I'm not entirely sure. But basically, I had to run a 12mm spacer, or at least I thought I did, to have to clear the shock on the inside part of the wheel. But that also caused me to now rub on the fender because the wheel was pushed farther out now. And so whenever I take a turn really hard or, have extra weight in the back, it caused it to scrape, and it'd be very annoying and obnoxious. And people would always ask, what's that horrible noise coming from your car? And I'd be like, yeah, that's what happens when you try and run a huge wheel, or at least for this car, a huge wheel in a small space. So finally got that fixed, and I'm really excited. And so basically I went from a 12mm spacer down to a 5mm spacer. And I was gonna do an installation video for you guys to show you the process, but after filming it, I realized it was kind of not that interesting. It was just me taking the wheels off the car and putting them back on. And on top of that fact, I was having issues when installing it. First, what happened was I had to get longer lug nuts for these 12mm spacers, so I'd get plenty of thread inside the rotor, so I wouldn't have to worry about the lugs, coming out. And then when I put these smaller spacers on, the lugs were too long, so they're actually hitting the components inside the rotor, and I could hear it when I drove slowly when I first put the smaller spacer on, because it'd make a ticking sound. And my guess that's what it was, and sure enough it was. The lugs were too long. So I went to Discount Tire and I went to get some shorter lug nuts, and I came back that night. This was Friday night. I came back that night and I was gonna put them on, and I could not get the lugs to thread into the holes, and I was like, what is going on? And I was getting super frustrated. It was the night before Symbolic Motors Cars and Coffee, and I wanted to be able to drive my car to the show and show people my new wheels. And I was just getting so frustrated because I couldn't even get the lug nuts to turn in, 1 or 2 turns just by hand, let alone trying to torque the lugs. And sure enough, I went to Discount Tire the next day after Cars and Coffee, and they gave me the lug nuts for a Mini Cooper. So there's the problem right there. It was a different thread pattern, so that's why they were not going into the rotor holes, and that's what I kind of guessed. And sure enough, the not very smart people at Discount Tire gave me the wrong lug nuts when I specifically told them it was for a Mercedes. So that kind of annoyed me a little bit, but it's done with now, and I got it all fixed and solved, and there's no more rubbing, so I'm fine with it now. So after being up until 3 in the morning on Friday night trying to figure out why the lugs wouldn't go in, I got really frustrated and just said screw it. And the next morning, or the next day after Cars and Coffee, I just took the car into Big O Tires, which is where I get all my tire work done, and they just did it in 5 minutes because I was tired of jacking my car up and down like 5 different times trying to figure out why one lug would go in far and one lug wouldn't. And then so I ended up actually just putting the 12mm spacers back on just so I could drive the car to Symbolic and drive it to Big O Tires to get them fixed. So you know, I still didn't have that rubbing issue fixed then, but in the end, we got it all fixed, and so I'm really happy that that's all done with. And I know I already said that, but that just shows you how happy I am to finally get this issue solved, because ever since I got the car, I've had this issue, and it happens even more so when I put the new wheels on, because they're a little bit, actually I don't know why it happened when I put the new wheels on, because they're the same exact tire size and the same exact wheel. Maybe it has something to do with the different offset, I don't know, but yeah, so now I can finally drive my car hard. I can actually have people in the car with me now, rather than just one person in the front seat. So I'm gonna be doing some sort of point of view driving videos. I want to try and find some really fun roads to drive on in San Diego County. I just go online and I think there's some forums like that or something. I know Palomar's one, but that's like an hour away, so hoping to find some a little bit closer to where I live, and then I'll definitely do some fun driving videos so I can actually showcase the performance of the car, and you know, with the GoPro now and stuff like that. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about in this vlog was the Symbolic Motors Cars and Coffee on Valentine's Day. And oh my gosh, that was probably the most crazy and overwhelming car show I've ever been to in my life, and I can say that without a doubt. Basically, this event got hyped up. My good friend Spencer is the one that organizes this at Symbolic Motors, and this event was being hyped up for the past few months, and like a month or so before, in advance to the event, he got confirmation from one of his friends that he will be bringing would be bringing his Pagani Huayra that he just took delivery of, and his Porsche 918 Spyder, which he just took delivery of. So he literally got two supercars, or hypercars even, within a few weeks of each other. And so he got confirmation of that, and then also confirmation that two other Bugattis would be coming down from LA. They're part of the Gold Rush Rally crew. And basically, the event started off pretty chill. You know, everyone was just taking pictures and waiting for the cars to arrive. But as more and more people showed up, I then finally realized how big this event was going to be. And I got there around 8 o'clock in the morning, and the event started at 9, and there's still quite a bit of people there at 8 o'clock, and they slowly started to filter in. And everyone was expecting this guy in the Huayra to be there, and around 9:30 or so, because that's, I think, when he told people on social media when he'd be there. And everyone, including me, was waiting out front of the Symbolic Motor Service Center, waiting for this guy to arrive in his Pagani. And funny thing is his Porsche 918, he shipped it down there on a flatbed truck, and that got there like 45 minutes before he did. So his Porsche 918 was waiting out in the street inside this truck, because the truck had like a container over it, but it was clear so you could see what was inside. And so we were asking the drivers, like, well, are you going to unload the 918? And he said not until Alejandro, who owns the Huayra, also gets there. So that was kind of funny. And then we were all, my friend was down the street, you know, giving me a heads up when certain cars were coming. So I got a heads up when, you know, the Pure Blanc Super Sport Veyron showed up, and the white Vitesse Veyron showed up. So that was really cool. And then finally, the Pagani showed up and made a grand entrance, and that is an understatement to say that he made a grand entrance. Like, literally, the car paparazzi, as we all call it, swarmed this car, and you can kind of see that in my video I just posted a few days ago of people just surrounding this Pagani. It was my first time seeing one, and so it was probably a lot of other people's first time seeing one as well, because it's truly a rare car and truly a sight to see. So we have a little bit of open road, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a sound clip for you guys, because I know some people have been asking for a sound video, so here we go. Always puts a smile on my face. But I'm gonna do a video of just the sounds of the car by itself. So I'll throw the GoPro on by the exhaust, and then also some inside shots, and just kind of do some accelerations like I just did around town, and some revving. And this car sounds really cool in a parking garage because it's that like low rumbly V8 sound. So I'll go to one of the parking garages by my house and film some sounds of revving and maybe a little accelerating and stuff like that. But I think that's gonna do it for this vlog. I really just wanted to fill you guys in with the update on getting the spacers and the rubbing issue finally fixed, and then also kind of just filling you guys in with that Cars and Coffee event, because it was a really cool event and it was really awesome. And I'm thinking of just doing a separate vlog of just talking about the Pagani Huayra by itself, because, you know, I liked the car, but I couldn't say like I loved it through pictures that I saw online, but after seeing it in person, like you can appreciate it a lot more. And so without going into too much detail, I think I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do another video, another vlog just to talk about that particular car, because it's truly not only an engineering masterpiece, but a work of art. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. Throw me down some suggestions for some videos you want to see. I know you guys have said you want a sound video, and that's going to be coming soon. But any other ideas, please, you know, feel free to let me know, and I'll definitely see what I can do to go ahead and film those for you guys and bring you some awesome content to look forward to. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the future videos to come.